So I told you I was going to do it in my last video, and here I am doing it. Contrary to what was said after Black Adam, what was going around after Black Adam, and James Gunn's comments on Black Adam, and also David Zaslav saying this is the start to what's coming, James Gunn claims Henry Cavill was never cast as Superman. He never cast him. He never gave him a role, ignoring everything that we were told, ignoring the promotions that Henry Cavill was going out and doing, ignoring all that. Yeah, that never happened. He was never cast as Superman. We were never in talks about a hopeful truth, justice, and the American way Superman with Henry Cavill. That never happened. But the day prior that this came out, we did get this little tidbit. James Gunn wants actors who are easy to work with for his DCU and potentially veiled jab at Henry Cavill. Now, he talks out both sides of his mouth here. And he's right. Having actors that are easy to work with are good. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. They say Henry Cavill's notoriously hard to work with because he actually knows the source. He actually does his research. He's actually geek prime, as I like to call him. He's a wonderful man, and as Jed, Hollywood Scholar, one of my good buddies, lovingly puts it, Jed wants to have his babies. And the reason why he's claimed hard to work with, again, is he knows the source material, and people say, well, he's too hard to work with. He's too this, he's too that. He wants it more accurate. Hey, I get that. I get that. At the same time, he is easy to work with. You just want somebody to be your yes man and your lackey and to accept all the changes you might be doing. But, you know, he wants somebody easy to work with. And he never actually cast Henry Cavill as Superman. He never cast Henry Cavill as Superman. And I want somebody easier to work with. That's why we might be keeping Ezra Miller. DC Studios head James Gunn and Peter Safran open to Ezra Miller returning as the Flash after Solo movie. Will make decisions when the time is right. And we got this from Discussing Film. Peter Safran says Ezra Miller is committed to his... It's Ezra Miller's there. I don't do neopronouns. Recovery. And will discuss his future as the Flash at a later date. When they feel like they're ready to have the discussion, we'll all figure out what the best path forward is. I can speak. Don't make fun of me. Actually, make fun of me. I don't care. You got rid of Henry Cavill. You say he was never cast, but you guys were talking. It was everywhere. We knew you guys were talking. You even admitted you were talking, but he was never cast. He was never cast. We want somebody easy to work with, and we might keep Ezra Miller around. Man, Ezra Miller's sure easy to work with. How's that going by you? He pleaded out of his federal charges, you know. Something that Gary from Neurotic pointed out that Gary had similar charges, and guess what? Gary didn't get to go out. Gary actually got kept on. Gary had to go to federal jail. Had to go to prison for similar charges. But, you know, Ezra Miller, he's going through his therapy sessions. He's going through all this. He's easy to work with, ignoring the fact that he's kidnapped a girl, he's chokeslammed a woman, he's ran a cult, he's groomed people, he has accusations of people actually, of him pulling guns on people. But no. He's easy to work with. Henry Cavill's hard to work with. Henry actually knows the source material. Henry Cavill actually wants to do something good. And this goes back to my whole thoughts on this. The DC slate that was released, and I just did a video on that. Go check that out at the end of this video, or open up a new tab and look at it there. For crying out loud, Your DC slate was filled with unknown stuff. You had some stuff that everybody knows about, but you have Themyscira, you have Waller, you have Creature Commandos, you have the Authority, and at the same time, you want easy people to work with. You didn't want Henry Cavill. He was never cast as Superman, even though we told him, no, you can't be Superman. And even though we were talking to him and things of that nature to make a Superman movie, he was never cast. And we want somebody easier to work with. And I get it. He wasn't outright saying easy to work Henry Cavill's name, but he was talking out of his mouth. He's playing politics, not government politics, Hollywood politics, a whole other thing. Here's a question, though, and I've said that I thought it was getting quietly canceled. How's the all-black Superman by Ta-Nehisi Coates going? Supposedly, script's still being worked on. How's all that going? Want easy people to work with, but we might keep Ezra Miller on. Now, let's be fair. Might keep Ezra Miller on if the Flash movie does good. I don't think it will. Now, they're trying to push the Flash movie a lot. We're going to have that, what is it? Super Bowl. We're going to have the Super Bowl commercial, and honestly, I'm not going to be watching the Super Bowl for the commercials. I'm watching for my Chiefs. Go Chiefs. Go Patrick Mahomes. God, I hope his ankle is okay. I'm not interested in more Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller is a pox. Ezra Miller is one of the worst things to happen to DCU. Ezra Miller as a person is evil, is an awful human being. Ezra Miller as the Flash is not a good choice. Ezra Miller as Barry Allen? Are you kidding me? That's not Barry Allen. Ezra Miller is not Barry Allen. I get it. Snyder fans like him. Whatever. But my God, he's so awful. But, we might keep him on, but we can't have Henry Cavill. We can't. I go back over this slate, and I'm just thinking, when I get to the first movie, which is after 2 HBO Max shows, an animated show and a spinoff of Peacemaker, and let's be real, Creature Commandos is just another Peacemaker. I mean, for crying out loud, Weasel's there. Your first movie, Superman Legacy. Not an origin story. You want to do a 10-year plan. You want to have people able to voice and act and do all this stuff. You want to be able to do everything over and over again. But no Henry Cavill. He's too old and he's too hard to work with. But we might keep Ezra Miller on if his movie's a success. That also goes for what Jason Momoa has been saying when it comes to, I'm going to be staying on as Aquaman after my green movie that's all about the melting ice caps. If his movie does well, he'll stay on too. Same with Zachary Levi. Even though with Zachary Levi's controversy talking about the company that makes they all might stay on. If their movies do well, they're going to stay on. And honestly, I think Zachary Levi might stay on as Shazam. There's something about that Shazam movie and something about Shazam that actually, I can't put my finger on it. I think it's something just the superhero moments of an actual superhero. I kind of like that, but that's not what's important here. So this continues another discussion I've been having. You're not recasting people. You get rid of somebody because you thought he was too hard to work with. You're thinking of keeping Ezra Miller. You're leaving the door open in case Ezra Miller movie does well. And then I go to the slates and I'm thinking, what the heck are you guys thinking? What's the plan here? You want to be MCU? No, quit being MCU. Start being DC. Stop with all this nonsense already. I want to be excited for James Gunn's universe. I want to. But all I'm seeing is more of the same. More of the same old stuff that we've been getting. It really is starting to feel like, hey, here's James Gunn, new leader of the DC universe. New boss in, same as the old boss, or whatever, however the saying goes. It really doesn't feel any different. But let me get your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out with your friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.